Alright, samurai, never leaving you dry in your eye. I approve this message nationwide. You don't know, people. We're here once again on the D2E network, and we have a lovely guest, a special guest, and she goes by the name of Ray Lovely.
Let's go.
How you doing, girl?
I'm good. Just sparking my first
Go on.
My first split for the day.
Oh, really? Okay, all right. So you're herbalist too, eh?
I am.
Okay, weed baby. Zed. You don't know, people. We are here for the show. But yo, let's go. Yo, you started your music career around 2017. I was looking a little bit on your bio here.
Yeah.
And all of that. Come up to the microphone a little bit. Yes, come to the microphone a bit.
All right.
Everybody want to hear that lovely voice there of you. You know what I mean, man? We're going to be hearing it more soon. You don't know. But yo, 2017, before 2017, I know that music must have been on your mind.
For sure.
And all of that. So, like, who have you grew up and been inspired by?
I would say I've just been like inspired more so by art in general, like music. I feel like R&B was my first love for sure. You know, I was really into, like, when I was a kid, I was really into like Usher and shit. And like, you know, I was really into music just in general.
Nice.
You know, but I was also into like acting and dance and like that kind of thing too.
All right.
It was only when I got older I realized, like, through poetry that, like, you know what, I could do a little something.
So you were doing like a spoken word poetry, like,
like,
beforehand,
but
like,
nothing too crazy, like, you know, just like first it was like, you know, I had assignments in school to do poetry. Then I was doing it for like my own personal, like, just my own personal release of like my feelings and like that kind of thing. And then it branched into rapping because I started going through real shit in life, and then I was like, nah, I'm gonna be a rapper.
All right. So so it's true that music is a therapy for most people, as the artist as well, and for your fans as well. I would have to say. How do you feel when you be reaching out to certain people with the therapy, and, like, you know what I mean, like, not only like in a good way, bad way, whatever you want, like, you know, when people be saying, yo, I dig your track, like, you know what I mean, and stuff like that, or I've been going through something. How do you feel with that, like, kind of energy there?
Honestly, I feel like, okay, good, like, you know what I mean, thank you, I respect it, good, because that is like, it's not the full point, but it's just like, that's the point, like, you know what I mean, it's supposed to make you feel something, you know what I mean, and as long as it's felt, then I'm like, okay, cool, like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, you know. I
see. So you write your own stuff, I'm assuming.
I thought it was my
no, that's me. I'm just muting my thing there. People trying to get through here. But anyway, yeah, like I'm saying, you write your own stuff. And do you produce your own stuff, or do you have a producer?
No, I have like a producer. I have a few people I work with. I interchange and stuff like that, depending on my mood, what I'm doing, what kind of song, how I want it to sound. I choose.
Have you ever gotten writer's block?
Oh yeah, all the time.
How do you deal with that?
I just, honestly, with writer's block, I just flow with it. Like, you know what I mean? Because like I used to get really frustrated when I would have like writer's block. I used to get really, really frustrated. I learned over time that it's like, it's okay. Like, you know, you're not always supposed to have shit running through your head. You get what I mean?
Yes.
So like when I have writer's block, I just take it as like, you know, a little mental break. You know?
I was about to say the same thing. It's a mental break to reflect on your, possibly your creativity. Yeah. And then also too, and then for me, it's like, it comes as like word vomit, kind of. So like then it just
randomly,
comes out, just
randomly, I will wake up at like 2 a.m. Sometimes like early in the morning, like 6 a.m. Now the bars are in my head.
But you know what I mean? But you know, at those times, frequency. I don't know if you know about the decibels and all of that. Frequency. I always ask artists
that's when it's at its highest peak.
Now, when it comes to recording, now I love it. You brought this up. Most artists, I ask them, is daytime good to record or nighttime?
You know what's crazy? When I first started, I used to always go to the studio bright and early in the morning, like 9 a.m.
Go on.
You know?
Yes.
And then over time, I like going at night. you know, but it really depends. Nowadays, it depends on their availability.
Yes.
But if I could be all the time in the studio at like late hours,
like say for instance, you had your 24-hour studio of your own.
Yeah.
Then you could like you said, you got up at 2 a.m. It's like, yo, I'm just gonna turn it on and record right now.
Like, mind you, I can record on my own. Record myself. You know what I mean? Yes. But I like the essence of the studio.
Okay. You know what I mean? I get you. Because like I see around that time the frequency is lower because not everyone is asleep, but most people are.
Yeah.
So most people are asleep. That means the frequency is low.
Yeah.
So if the frequency is low, you could concentrate on doing your own thing without no interference.
But I'm also a morning person.
Okay.
So like, you know, if someone wanted me to do it bright and early, I can.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Everybody, different strokes for different folks. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Like it might be the morning, it might be the late night, it might be whatever. You know what I'm saying? It might even pop up even right now or whatever. But you know, but it's just the way creativity goes, right? I have to say. So like when you go through beat selection, are you picky with it?
Yeah.
Do you go like through like a whole, almost like a catalog
like
of it?
Sometimes, like if I can't find the right beat, like I'm shutting shit down. Like I'm not even doing anything.
Oh.
Like yeah,
okay.
if I'm not fucking with it and I can't find like a beat that I fuck with, then I just close my phone.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I just close my phone, like you know, because like when I'm ready to find beats, like I want to find a good beat and I want to find them fast. I don't know. That's just how I am. Like I just want to find them fast. Okay. So it's like I feel like when I can't find one, it's just not the moment to be like.
That's
I don't know.
why you probably have more than one producer.
Yeah, kind of.
To have a little more variety.
Yeah, but then again, though, like the producer I go to like to record my music, I don't get my beats from.
Okay.
Yeah, so everything is all separate.
Does he do your mix and mastering as well?
I have someone separate for that.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So you have a team going on.
Yeah, I guess. Like, you know, an invisible team.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Well, every artist, I would expect them to have an invisible team to support and do all the things that you don't see, people, as in the photo shoots, the mix and mastering, like we were saying, and all of that. You know what I mean? Like there are a lot of people behind the music. You know what I mean? A lot. Straight up. You know what I mean? And you have to appreciate them. You have to, because they're the backbone of your music.
Literally.
You know what I mean? Like straight up. So like mix and mastering is very, very crucial. You know what I mean? And it could be impatient sometimes at times.
I don't mix and master.
Okay. All right.
I don't. Okay. But I could imagine how much I've been in this like the room
and you've seen the process.
I've seen the process.
You've seen the process going on.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see. So besides recording and all of that, now you started your career from 2017, and that's not too long ago. It's just a little before COVID. How's it been the journey so far? Like, you know what I mean? I know that it's been all right. It's like this. You started and all of a sudden it's like, oh, you know, a little pause here. It's like, yo, man, like what gives here? You know, like how was that time?
I'm not even gonna front. It's been a journey. Like, you know what I mean? And a wild one too. I've had a wild journey because I've met like a lot of different people. I've gone through a lot of different phases in my life. You know what I mean?
All right.
And it's been a wild journey. Just like dealing with you know, how people treat you.
Yes.
Learning how to speak to people like in a professional way.
Right.
Taking your emotions out of business. You know what I'm saying?
My brother's asking a question here. Let me read it. Okay, he's asking what makes her different than other artists. What makes you different from other artists, he wants to know.
Personally, if I'm to answer that question, I think it's just because I'm myself. Like, you know what I mean?
You're not trying to be anybody else but you.
Yeah, I don't show up as anybody else but myself because life's easier when you're just yourself.
You damn right.
You don't have to like stick up to like some kind of like image or whatever. This is me today. If I feel like dressing like this, cool, it's gonna be like this.
No expectations.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right?
Exactly.
And that's how it's supposed to be when it goes to music flowing.
I change my hair a lot. I change my outfits a lot. I change, you know, it depends on my mood, how I feel.
Variety is good. You know what I'm saying? But his next question was, how much is the business she feels is important for her to know?
The business is like a really huge part of it. You know what I mean? And I think it helps that I'm an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Because the business is like, it's a business.
True.
You know what I mean?
It
so
is.
The business, part of it, I honestly feel like for me is like 60%.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like,
wow.
you know, but
that's interesting.
But it's not like, I would say, like, obviously, like, the creativity and everything is more important to me. You know what I mean? Because I'm an artist.
Yeah.
But when I take it serious, like when I'm like, you know, in a business essence, like it's 60% of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the 40%? Mind me asking.
The 40% is like, you know, the arts, the you know, the outfits, the photo shoots.
Okay, the extra, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, me myself, it would be okay, it might sound a little weird, but 95% is the business and 5% is fun. Because what you love, it's not business if you love it anyway. So you know, it's business, but it's fun to you anyway.
Exactly.
So
that's what
to me, it's like a flip kind of thing. So it's like 95% fun and 5% business, but really it's the other way around. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And when you think about it too, like everything, like the things I consider as a business, like reaching out to, like, you know, a videographer, reaching out to people, like that's business. Networking, that's business.
Networking is your net worth.
Exactly.
Right? Your net worth. Yeah. For sure. Mm-hmm. Definitely. And for the, like, since 2017, I've been seeing a lot of women been in the rise in the industry here, especially even back home here. You know what I mean? Straight up, like, and that I do really appreciate that. You know, don't get me wrong, man, you know, blessings to the mans and all that. But yo, man, I get tired of y'all. Yeah? You know what I mean? I'm getting tired of y'all, yeah? And y'all like not giving the women a chance. And another thing, what me don't like, I'm gonna say it, me a business. Stop taking advantage of the women. You know what I mean? They're here to do what y'all are doing. You know what I mean? Just because they're women, you know what I mean? Don't be taking advantage of them and like shortchanging them or trying to get with them and all of that. This is a business, okay? A business. So make sure you know it's a business. You know what? Sometimes I get real cheesed about this. You know what I mean? The testimonies I hear. But have you ever gotten any negativity in the business-wise since you've been coming into the industry?
Negativity?
Like I don't know, like, you know, certain stigmas or whatnot, because you know you're a female in the rap industry here, and you know most say it's a male dominated industry, but yo, it's been changing anyway for me.
I feel like I definitely get cheesed about it behind the scenes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I always keep everything lovely and graceful. Like, you know what I
with
mean?
With a smile.
Yeah. That's definitely.
You don't know. You don't know. Oh boy. All right. Yeah, I was about to ask that too. How do you love performing?
How do I love performing?
Yeah, like my brother's asking the same question. How do you like performing live?
Typically, when I perform live, I'm really actually what I'm working on is putting on a real show.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be on stage and just walking back and forth with my mic. I want a show. You know what I mean? Right. I want the DJ to mix the songs proper so that everything, you know, is in sync. I want my voice to sound nice. I want there to be a little routine.
Have you ever been sabotaged to being on live? Like, yeah. I always hear this, yo, welcome to the song. Why not this and that? No, so you too, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
And that I always have to say this because of that. Look, artists, I think it's time to go more old school. Have your own DJ, like pitch the next one aside and look, me have to do her mix right now.
Yeah, that's what I gotta do.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of that's been happening, and I'm thinking, besides having your producer, whoever, beat maker and all that, you need your sound man to make sure that your sound is the way it should be.
But do you think that they're necessarily sabotaging you on purpose, or they just don't know what they're doing? They're just there sometimes for their job?
To be honest, I think they're sometimes sabotaging because they might have their boy or their brethren or whatnot is before you or whatnot. You know what I mean? And they might have something against you and like, yo, make sure the sound don't go on good. Eh? You know what I mean? That could go on. That could go on. You know what I mean? It's a reality, you know? It's a reality. You know what I'm saying? Straight up goods. I have to say that. But you've been on a journey with performing as well out of the country as well. I've seen something. What, you went to Spain or something?
Yeah, I did go to Spain.
How was that experience?
That was really different. It was really different. The night I was there with my best friend, so it was, you know, that was good. But it was different, you know. I just learned so much. Like when I think about, the culture difference, like, you know, just like for me, it was like obviously like a language barrier because I don't know like Spanish fluently. All right. And it was different.
But you got to perform?
Yeah.
How was the crowd?
Yeah, the crowd loved it. Yeah. And we promoted beforehand. Like we promoted and we made like little videos, like little skits.
Nice. You know, in fact, I bring that up because how is it important for an artist to not, how should I say, kind of break through their local, you know what I'm saying? Because like you've been in the local, now you have to start going out to see how it is. So like how important it is to be expanding your music.
I feel like it should be a top priority.
Oh, well, you heard this, people? You're hearing this? Once again, edutainment we're doing here. Edutainment. Say that one more time for my viewers out there.
It should be a high priority.
It should be high priority. So get your ish together, people.
Not because your hometown is bad, just because it's better to see what's out there.
That's true. That is so true because there's so much out there and you don't even know. Exactly. You have no idea, people. So stop selling yourselves short, certain artists out there. You know what I mean? Like, you know who you are. I don't have to say no names, you know. Straight up. I could say that on the real. You know what I mean? On the real, I have to say. Speaking of reels, you know, you have some pretty good reels on your recent videos and stuff there.
Yeah, I feel like I'm putting a little work on my reels. Yeah,
oh, definitely. And the most recent single you put out, what is it called again? Twin. Yeah. Yes. How was that? How long did that come up? Like, how long did it take you to write?
That took. I didn't take long to write that, and I wrote half of it first. Okay. And then I like kind of like made up the rest when I went to the studio. All right,
got creative. Yeah, to see what's in through there to complete the track. Yeah. Okay, interesting. Yeah. On the moment, to catch the vibes. Based on that's how music should be, catching the vibe. Definitely catching the vibe because like without the vibe, man, they ain't nothing to strive. I have to say that definitely. 2025, we still alive here. You know, straight up goods here. Will there be any more performances coming up in the future here for the next year or,
I do have a performance coming up this month, August 29th at Fusion Lounge. All right. So I'll be there. I never performed in the East End before and I'm from there. So.
Wow.
Let's get it.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
Or maybe I didn't. I can't remember, but I don't remember anything significant.
And what's that event called?
Blunts and Baddies.
Blunts and Baddies. Yeah. Okay. Look out for her. Blunts and Baddies at the end of the month here, people. Straight up goods. You have to take her in with her lyrical assassin things on the microphone. It might be on fire. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. But if you had to have a feature with anybody, who would you want it to be?
Oh, I don't like that question.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have a list of people in the back of my mind. I'm always open to features. That's the thing. I'm open to collab. That's the thing. I'm open to collab, work with different people. Yeah. I was on a stream yesterday and I did say that, one of the people that's up there on the list is FKA Twigs. Okay. Only because she's so unique and so different. And I feel like, my sauce and her sauce could go, you know what I mean? Right. But I like shit like that. I like unique. I like different, and it's not necessarily always rappers. It's people who are like, making like.
Well, that's what I meant. Like anybody.
Yeah. FKA Twigs.
Okay.
Yeah. She's one of those, because she kind of sings and like, it's a different vibe. And there's like a couple of, there's more people, you know what I mean? Like I love me some Drake.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, is there any projects coming out for you, like as in like any singles or any like album or anything?
Yeah, I've dropped a lot of singles this year, but 2026 you're definitely going to see a project, like a really big project.
Be,
showing all my skills.
All right. Any possible features with anybody?
Maybe.
Okay. All right. No one can mention that at the moment.
I'll keep that,
for another time. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm hoping that you can be coming back for that, and we can be talking about that. The real, for real. I have to say, like you're good on the microphone, and the camera likes you too. I have to say, so it's like I'm just trying to say you have a package. So like
Appreciate
once
that.
you have a package, you have to keep that going. How important it is to have like an image with your music?
An image with the music.
Yes.
I feel like it's important to have a brand.
Well, that's another term of words. Have a brand.
Yeah. I think it's important. Like I feel like everything, and it's taken me a really long time, I feel like, to get to that point, but I feel like everything has to have like has to like flow. You know what I mean? Everything just has to be cohesive, you know? It's like it doesn't always mean because you wore a blue hat in a music video and you always have to stick with that blue hat. Like some people take that route, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But that's not what having an image means to me, at least. I feel like everything just has to be cohesive. Like, you know, there's
fusion.
a vibe. Yeah, that's why I say be yourself, because it's easier when you don't like try to choose something and try to stick behind that. You know, if you just
expectations.
You get what I mean?
So you make your own expectations, and then after there will be no limitations.
Exactly. I have expectations for myself.
And that's good vibration. I have to say that on the real, man. Wow, like I have to say, like I am looking forward to the future with your music.
I really appreciate that.
You know, because when it comes to the females, like there's a few on my list for home here, you know, and there's only a few in the US as well. But you know, all the time it's a stigma of a male dominated industry, and I always hated that even from back in the day, because I love the women voice, you know, especially when they come lyrical, and it doesn't have to be hip hop. It could be like even reggae, R&B, especially if they have them vocals.
Exactly, you're just talking,
you know, shit on the real. But I don't like that grungy kind of stuff and the how should I say the clout people, the clout. You know what I mean?
You don't like clout chasers?
I don't like clout chasing and stuff like that. You know, I like someone just being real. And then that's what I see with your music, being real. You know what I mean? You're not trying to be anybody. You're trying to be yourself. You know what I mean? And that's what I dig the most. And I want you to keep that up, keep the fire going, and keep up being an international artist. You got out, try to get out more. And the only way you could see it out more is looking up your own algorithm and see where it goes. And from there, you could see where to go from there. Because, say, for instance, somewhere is bigger than, well, you know what I mean? Somewhere is what's bigger than here, right? Mm-hmm. The numbers could be bigger, and you don't even know it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And some people feel that, I have to be home to make something. No, you could be in New York. Your numbers could be bigger there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Or wherever, or LA.
Exactly.
But if you don't check up your algorithm to know, like say for instance, to make your own tour.
Yeah.
Right? So you check up your algorithm.
You got to check who's listening to what.
Here, right?
Exactly.
So how important it is to be checking up your algorithm and your analytics for yourself, for an artist. How important is that? I would have to ask you.
Honestly, it's important. I am not the greatest at checking it, but lately I've been more on top of it. You know what I mean? Like just checking like my numbers, what I'm doing, like how shit's looking. Like I feel like it's definitely more important now.
It is because you want to know how many people are like at least of somewhat of an idea who is reaching out and feeling,
exactly,
you know what I mean, your music in every way, because like it's endless, like I said. But besides that, is it important to be on more than one digital platform? Yeah,
I feel like it's important, but also to choose the ones that work for you. Like if there's a platform that doesn't work for you and you don't want to use it, then
all right, then I'm about to get to that. What are your digital platforms that works for you?
Mine are TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. TikTok being my favorite, YouTube being right after.
Why is TikTok your favorite?
Oh, because TikTok is just a different place. Like TikTok is just, it's real, it's raw. You can come on there like as yourself, you know.
You could even make challenges and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you can go live
and to like get your music even up. If you make certain challenges to a dance or something to get your music up and all of that.
Yeah, it's good for music for sure.
That's what I've been noticing for the past.
But I feel like at the same time too, it's just like not everybody has the same blueprint. You know what I mean? So like I don't necessarily go on there and like because I have Ray Lovely, like my music page, and then I also have Ray Lovely TV where I'm just doing whatever on there. I'm vlogging like and shit.
So how important it is to be a content creator, meanwhile being an artist, because music is music, but you need something else to help it.
Yeah, I feel like it's helping me like show my audience like me outside of music and the grind behind it, like, you know what I mean? And then my music page is kind of like the final form, like the finished product. You know what I mean? And then you can put 2 and 2 together yourself and be like, oh, she was just over there doing that, you know? Now this is it finished, you know? The song's out, this and that.
Okay, like seeing the process and feeling the artist more and getting to know the artist on a personal level through social media.
Exactly.
Right? And I really recommend artists to be doing more content creation, to be helping their music to get out more and more.
No, definitely.
That, like you said, branding, right?
Yeah.
It's all about branding. So if you don't brand, you don't get out of hand with your music, eh?
Yeah.
Straight up guts. But yo, before we go, yo, I have to ask this. I like to put people on the spot a little bit.
All right, what is it?
Yo, could we get a little preview about like a maybe a freestyle or something? All right then. Yeah, boy.
All right, because it's coming soon. You know what I mean?
Anything.
And I'm mentally prepped for this too a little bit.
All right, people. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
All right. I can't trust a nigga that pull up on the first link, but if he in tune with my emotions, he my little sting. I am not the cold bitch that you think. I am what you need. Mix the dirty Sprite with some lean and a little weed. Been a poppin' shorty since I was like a little teen. Damn, he addicted. I call him my little fiend.
Yeah, that's all I wanted. I just wanted a little